Sunday evening essentials for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network meteorologist Danielle Noyes here. Any showers or isolated storms out there this evening will be winding down in the hours to come. Temperatures falling through the 70s and eventually the 60s through the overnight tonight. And notice the storms aren't that widespread. Hit or miss here across southern New England, generally along and south of the Mass Turnpike, but a couple brief downpours and even some lightning in there that will dwindle, you notice, after about 8, 9 o'clock. A couple of storms left over in eastern Maine, but that's about it. Now, a couple different things for our Monday. Some high thin clouds in the morning make for a nice sunrise, and then you notice some low clouds and some patchy fog, actually fog banks lurking off the coastline for our Monday. So from the mid-coast to down east Maine, but also just off of eastern Massachusetts, the mid and outer Cape too, we get the fog and the low clouds to give way to breaks of sun, but they're kind of lurking, so they may come westward just a little bit and hug the coastline of the New Hampshire seacoast, Cape Ann, and then eventually the South Shore and also the National Seashore by the later afternoon and evening. Temperatures do rise into the 80s for our Monday in most areas. Wind coming in off the ocean. Most of us, you notice, are storm-free. There may be an isolated shower or storm that pops for our Monday, but that's it. 50s north, 60s south overnight tonight. The patchy areas of fog locally thick along the south coast. Highs tomorrow into the 80s for our Monday. With that sea breeze kicking in, we may hit those numbers and then be in the 70s for the most part. Monday night is in the 60s for most of us, 50s in the north. And then we start to crank up the heat a little bit. Tuesday, you're going to feel the difference. We're going 85 to 90 in many areas. With the southwest breeze, it will be active 10 to 20 miles per hour. We're going to talk about the thunderstorm risk in a second. Wednesday, highs going into the mid-90s in some of the hottest spots. Thursday and Friday, looks like the heat is going to peak. Record-breaking heat. Chance at 100, definitely not out of the question. Central, southern New England, look at that. 101 in Manchester, 100 in Springfield, 99 in Worcester, 96 in Boston. Many areas well into the 90s, all the way to the North Country. And the problem here, too, is the dew point. The measure of the amount of moisture in the atmosphere is in the 60s and 70s. So you're feeling it. It is tropical. It is soupy. That's adding to the fact you predicted heat index on Thursdays going 102 to 110 in many areas. And even into northern New England, it's still elevated. Friday, we're still going 95 to 100 in many areas. So this is a heat wave likely for many spots. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, potentially into the start of the weekend. We'll see how long this heat can last. And this was the case really across the eastern half of the country. So the intense heat comes in, and the key things, you live in New England, we know it, right? You want to stay hydrated, SPF 30 or higher. If you are going to be outdoors, taking breaks in the shade make a big difference. Lightweight, light colored clothing for the kiddos heading to camp this week as well. Regular cooling breaks, and check on those who need it for sure. Thursday and Friday, again, the most intense heat. And don't forget that we've got the 2-week feels like forecast included in all of our membership levels, a way to help to support our independent mission. 4 membership levels to choose from. Membership.onedegreeoutside.com for the details. All right, let's break down the thunderstorm risk too. Again, Monday there wasn't a whole lot on the map, but you have to figure with this heat and humidity building in, and there's some energy over us kind of every couple of days. Watch what happens. Thunderstorms crop up during the day on Tuesday, afternoon and evening. Wednesday, afternoon and evening, we get a round of showers and thunderstorms. Thursday, during the afternoon and evening, a few pop-up storms come in with the heat in place. And then again on Friday as well. So with this heat and humidity in place, you can pretty much guarantee that there will be some stuff that pops up each day, pinpointing the timing and all of that. You're going to have to watch our 14-day forecast, the hourly forecast, everything in our free 5-star rated weather app. Of course, you have location and alerts turned on so we can get in touch with you too with any warnings that may pop up or any notifications Matt and I may send out as well. Only forecast you need to know. Super great tool to use this week as well. If you haven't downloaded it yet, search 1 Degree Outside Weather in the App Store and Google Play. We'll keep you posted on everything, of course, and see you with Monday morning Noises Notes and 1 Degree Outside today.
Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this 1 Degree Outside video.
Get exclusive content, support the mission at membership.onedegreeoutside.com. And don't forget, free and 5 stars on the App Store and Google Play. Search the number 1 Degree Outside Weather.